Alright guys, hello. You are going to see some old clips that I took at a St. Patrick's Day parade. Now for those of you that watch my channel for years, every year I would release a big video of the St. Patrick's Day parade. Okay? So these clips took place on March 14, 2015. And as I speak, I'm going to release this on March 14, 2025. That's right, exactly 10 years ago. Now, before I start playing these clips, I have some explaining to do, and I figured I don't want to do my explaining while I'm playing the videos, because I figured you want to hear the sound of the videos without my narration or commentary. So I'm going to do my announcement first. I have some explaining to do, and then we'll get to the clips that I recorded. So the first thing I want to show you is my YouTube studio. Alright, as you can see, this is my YouTube studio, and I recorded 7 parts to the 2015 St. Patrick's Day Parade, and I released them a day later, March 15, 2015. They were all public at the time. As you can see, they are all private, and I'll explain why in a little bit. And then this became a yearly tradition. I did more. 2017, 2018, 2019, 2022, 2023, and last year in 2024. If you're wondering why there wasn't a 2016 version of this, was because I didn't go that year. And the reason why I didn't go that year was because the weather was not that great. And, 2016 was 9 years ago, so it's kind of hard to remember. But I know for a fact we didn't go. Because if I went, then I would have recorded the video. Okay, but I didn't go that year. And there's a website called Weather Underground, where you can check the weather from the past in almost any city. And I thought that's really cool. I'm kind of into the weather. I've done quite a lot of weather videos over the past 5 years or so. I live in South Louisiana. It seems like anything can happen. I mean, earlier this year it actually snowed. It was a lot of snow for South Louisiana, so... But yeah, there's a website called Weather Underground, and you can look at the weather from the past in almost any city. You can pick a certain date, month, and year, and that's what I did. I tried to look up the 2016 date of the parade on Weather Underground to see what the weather was like in my city, and it mostly said cloudy, but there were some hours where it said drizzle or light rain. So yeah, that is the reason why I didn't go in 2016. And if you're wondering why there wasn't a 2020 and 2021 version, was because of COVID. Yeah, the 2020 version. Listen, I think the other day or two, a few days ago or so, this is like the 5th anniversary of COVID-19 shutting down the country. Yeah. And a few days after they announced, shutdowns, I was in school at the time when they announced that, schools are going to be shut down and stuff like that. The St. Patrick's Day Parade was supposed to take place like 2 days later. And they had to cancel it. Man, it's like they canceled it at the last moment. Because we were planning to go. Because we go to this every year. And they didn't have it again in 2021. Back-to-back years they didn't have the parade. Man, that's unfortunate. So 2022, the parade finally made a return. And yeah, I've went there ever since. Okay? So now let's talk about 2015. Okay? So, couple things before I actually start playing these clips. So, the reason why these 7 clips are private, reason number 1 was because back then, 2015, was one of my early years on YouTube. Because at the time, I joined YouTube a little over 3 years earlier. I joined on February 18, 2012. So that parade, 2015 parade, was a little over 3 years after I joined YouTube. Okay? So 10 years later, I've been on YouTube for a little over 13 years. Okay? So 2015. I was 13 and a half years old. So now I'm 23 and a half years old. In case if you're wondering how old I am. Okay? So this was the old me, the old Eric, when he was in his early teens. Okay? So back then, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to put clips into one big video. Now I do. But back then I didn't, okay? And that is one of the reasons why I decided to private all 7 parts. And I'm purposely doing this exactly 10 years later. Because why not? Okay? Another reason why I private these videos, I forget if I private them either a year ago or 2 years ago. Because there was a time where I went through a bunch of my old videos to see if I still want to have them public or not. Okay? Because this is kind of normal. A lot of YouTubers, they start when they're like a kid or in their early teens, and then they would eventually watch their old videos or go through their old videos when they're an adult. Like me. That's what I did. I went through my old videos as an adult, and a lot of them, I find they suck. Okay? And that is another reason why I decided to private these 7 clips. Okay? And keep in mind, I was 13 and a half years old. Alright? So, I'm going to give you a heads up right before I start playing these clips. Number 1. These clips were recorded from, I believe, my first ever digital camera, and the quality is not that great. But it's not terrible. It's not like it's in 240p, but it's not in HD. Okay? So, just to warn you guys. And also, again, I was 13 and a half years old. I remember watching these clips, and a lot of times I was like moving the camera. Back then I didn't like hold the camera still like I do now. But, you know, I wasn't matured back then. I was still growing up. You know, that's normal, you know? Which is why, you know, when you go back and watch your videos, your early years on YouTube, a lot of them, they're not that great, you know? But, yeah, so first ever digital camera, not good quality, and I kept shaking the camera a lot. And one last thing, which I find it to be very strange, just to warn you guys. If you go to a parade like this, you know, there's, you know, a lot of floats and stuff. And whenever a big float comes by, I would make like, you know, because, you know, if you go to a parade, you know, the fans, the people would be waving their hands, throw me something, you know, like beads, cups, or whatever they have, you know. And I was whenever a float goes by, I would be making weird noises, like weird zombie sounds. Yeah, I'm not making this up. Wait until you see. You'll hear me making those weird noises. And that is also another reason why I decided to private those 7 clips. But since we are here exactly 10 years later, I figured, alright, why not release all of them into one big video, and that's it. Okay? Alright. Wow. Man, 10 minutes of me talking. I apologize, but I think at least you guys know. I think that's better than me. I don't know. Would you rather have a long-ass description? I don't know, but I figured I would. Sometimes it's better if I do my talking. So I'm going to play all of these 7 clips, and then I'll be back to wrap things up. And yeah. 2015 St. Patrick's Day Parade. Here it is.
The longest parade. Yeah, I know. Just getting started. Hey! What is that? The Pope? The Pope. Hey! Hey! It's good. Okay. Okay, I'll wear it.
Oh, that's a big one. Hey, give me a coke! Hey! 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 Asshole! Whoa! Hey! Oh! Oh! Hey! Hey! Oh, this one, the next one's throwing. Give me a Hey! Cup! Hey, give me a cup! Cup! Hey! 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 No! Not.
And that's it. Those were all the clips that I recorded at the 2015 St. Patrick's Day Parade exactly 10 years ago. Wow, that was like 20 minutes of suffering watching that. Yep. All I can say is one word. Cringe. So I warned you guys, I told you. Yep. Did you watch all that, or did you just click the X button? If you closed off the video, I don't blame you. I'm not even upset. I probably would too. Kind of embarrassing. The old me, man. Yep, you can tell how much different my voice was. High pitched. It's, what was your favorite part? Was it the zombie sounds? It's so weird. It's so weird watching those old videos from me. The old me, still growing up at the time. Those zombie noises. I'm like, what on earth was I thinking? Because, this is, 23-and-a-half-year-old me watching 13-and-a-half-year-old trying to record a good video, So I was surprised no one turned around and gave me a weird look when I made those zombie sounds. Probably because it was kind of loud and noisy, and maybe the reason why you can hear my voice, those weird noises, was because I think my mouth was like right behind the camera. So I guess the microphone on it picks it up real well the closer I speak. It's like, the closer I speak to the microphone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but, there you go. Now I finally put all these clips into one big video, and did you watch all that? If you did, man, give yourselves a round of applause. Congratulations, you have survived 20 minutes of 13-and-a-half-year-old Eric. I told you guys, I warned you, shaking the camera, not good quality, zombie sounds. Well, it's finally over. So now we can move on. So, you're probably going to ask me, will I go to this year's parade? The answer is yes, I will. Okay? My favorite part of the parade is the marching bands. I really like the marching bands. I've never been in a marching band, but I've always enjoyed seeing them in person. I mentioned I went to no, I don't think I mentioned this. Because in my intro, I did some failed takes, Sometimes I'm not good with doing intros, so I would, it would take like 5 to 10 takes to successfully do a intro. But I mentioned that I didn't go in 2016 because of the weather. I mentioned it's not fun going out in the rain. Well, I went to a football game, a college football game, up in Shreveport, Northwest Louisiana, and it was the 2021 Independence Bowl. I've always wanted to go to that stadium, and unfortunately, it's just one of those days where you wish it wasn't raining. It just had to rain on that certain day, and I went. It was raining, I had my poncho on, and it was not fun. I didn't stay the whole game. Left at halftime because I don't think I want to stay the whole game in the rain. But I went for the experience, and I went to some Louisiana Tech football games, okay? And, the weather was much better because it wasn't raining. And they have, if you watch college football, or if you go to college football games, then you would see the teams' bands. You know, got the horns, the drums, the cymbals, all that good stuff. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. So, and I actually did some videos. I believe I released a video of me going to a Louisiana Tech football game and the 2021 Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Northwest Louisiana. So, but yeah, I'm not a fan of going out in the rain unless if I'm already wet, like if I'm in the swimming pool, you know, I'm already wet. Oh, it's raining. Okay, as long as there's no lightning, we're good, you know? So, but that's my favorite part about the St. Patrick's Day Parade is the marching bands. So I will go to this year's. Now, usually, the parade is on a Saturday. Well, this year in 2025, it is on a Sunday. And the reason why is because we're supposed to have a thunderstorm on Saturday. Yeah. And I guess it's really going to happen. Like, watch. You know, it's usually late morning and early afternoon when the parade takes place, depending on your location. We usually get the parade a little earlier because we're kind of near the beginning of the parade route. So, you know, the closer you are to the start, the earlier the parade comes to. If you're near the finish, you have to wait a while until the parade finally gets to your spot, you know. But usually, past couple of years, we would usually see the parade. I want to say around 10:30 a.m. Okay, so yeah, I have to wake up early. Would have to wake up early, get a good parking spot, and walk to our available spot. You know, so it's like that every year. And watch it not rain on Saturday morning. But Sunday it's supposed to be sunny, so. And yeah, usually 10 a.m. is when they'll finally start getting the parade started. But in my spots, the parade will come towards me at around 10:30 a.m. But this year it's at 12. I think it says noon. And I believe it's because people go to church on Sunday mornings. That might be the reason why it's at noon. But this is really the first time me going to this same parade. This is the same parade that I go to. This is the first time that I'm going to this same parade on a Sunday. But I will go. And I have for those of you that watch like certain big videos, like if you watch remember the Halloween Party movie? In the 2000 video extravaganza, I was using like two cameras, my digital camera and the GoPro. Well, I will be using both. So yeah, I will be using both cameras. This will be my first time using the GoPro at this parade. Not sure if I'll put the GoPro over my head or on my chest. It might be better if I do my head so you can see the top of the floats. But the thing is, the problem is when a float comes by, they'll play copyright music. So I don't know if I'll include that in this year's big parade video. So, but it's usually a big video anyways. That parade is so much. It's unbelievable. It's like more than an hour long. Like back in 2015, it wasn't that long. It was probably like 45 minutes. At least. Now it's like at least an hour and 15 minutes. Like, man, this is too much. But I've always enjoyed it, so it's like a yearly tradition. So, look what I got. Here's one of the things that I got from last year's, this little flag. I might bring this. Why not? You know? It says, the luck of the Irish. And one more thing. Every year, I would wear a St. Patrick's Day shirt. And I got a new one, so I'm going to show you the one that I'll be wearing for this year's. All right, here it is. Yep, just a plain shirt. Actually, no. That's the back of the shirt. Here's the front. Look at that. It's Patrick from SpongeBob. This is perfect. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Look, it's Patrick blowing bubbles into a shape of a... What do you call this? Shamrock, right? Yeah. I know a shamrock. Ken Shamrock, the fighter. But look at that, that's funny. So, yeah, SpongeBob fans out there, you might have this shirt. I'm not sure. Oh, it's at Walmart. Maybe your local Walmart has this. So I'll be wearing this. And every year I usually go with my parents. I'm probably just going to go with my mom for this year's. But I think 2 of my friends might actually go to this parade. Landon and Logan. You remember those 2 big guys? Yeah, they were in the Halloween Party movie, the 2000 video extravaganza. They might actually go. It's not official yet. They're not 100% sure, but they might actually go. They've never been to it. They've never been to this before. So if they go, that'll be more fun. All right, guys. If you watched all this, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. And I guess since the parade is on Sunday this year, which is the 16th, I will premiere it on St. Patrick's Day, which is on Monday, the 17th of this year. Alright, guys. Thank you so much if you watched all this, and I'll see you next time. And happy St. Patrick's Day for those of you that celebrate that day. Bye-bye.